How to create a dystopian society in Age of Empires. This is a lot easier to do if you play with some friends, all controlling the same empire. It makes it a lot easier to micromanage things later on. The first step is to conquer the enemy. The AI in Age of Empires will often reach a point where it will seemingly give up because it has a lack of resources and units. When this happens, it is time to create what we call a villager singularity. Build houses until you are at the maximum population limit, and delete all military units so you can create a giant army of villagers. The more villagers you have, the faster you can gather, and your rate of villager production will increase exponentially. Pretty soon you'll take almost all the resources in the map. Go over to what is left of the enemy base and build a fuck ton of town centers, and spawn villagers from all of them. When you have an insane number of workers, build as many wonders as you can with the resources you have left. These will become monuments of oppression to the enemy civilization. It's time to take your resource production powerhouse to the next level. Around the town centers, have each villager work in a farm. Each man will have his own farm, where he will work for the rest of his days. Next, give the enemy a large amount of resources. When they receive this, they will start training villagers again and attempting to rebuild their empire, all under your overwhelming dominance. The next step is to create some priests. They will help spread your new world order. The Silver Pants may misbehave on occasion and bully the Blue Pants, only to be encouraged by the priests, figures of authority. Those who resist will inevitably be persuaded to your way of thinking, and the cycle will continue. Send some priests to their town center, and convert back many as you can. No matter how many Blue Pants emerge in an attempt to resist, they are inevitably brainwashed. You will find yourself able to farm the Blue Pants' very existence, as a way of getting villagers beyond your population limit, all to feed the super farming machine. You have now perverted the very concept of life and birth, taking away the free will of every new and free-thinking blue-panted man from that town center, and forcing them to work eternally, as part of the farming machine. In light of this monstrous act, some Silver Pants will resist, tearing down all they can, as it is all a symbol of the way the Blue Pants have been downtrodden and controlled, and of the monster that has been created. As more and more awaken to understand the horror of the acts that have been committed, society will collapse on itself, as insanity and grief overtakes all that still live in this world. Death and destruction will take over as the Silver Pants all rush to the remaining blue buildings. They know that the only way to end this nightmare is to remove them, to euthanize the feeble remains of the Blue Empire and release them from this horrid cycle of control and farming. Eventually all that is left is chaos, something preferable to the horrid creation you had brought upon this world. Soon, there is nothing but silence and rubble. Why has God abandoned us?